Mhm. All right. Welcome, everyone. It's May the 24th and 2024, and we're doing our class again. This time we're in the throat chakra. There we go. Get this started. Oh, it's being slow tonight. What's going on with oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, there's our title page. We're in the throat chakra. You can see the throat over here, the blessing and virtue of hope. And eventually we'll be into the universal law of karmic dispensation. But we're going to look at the 10th dimension and hope tonight, the beginning of hope. So just start here. This is our mission for Earth, peace on Earth with Archangel Michael and the rest of the mighty ones. So we've got lots of colors and symbols. And this is us as we hold the vision for peace on Earth. Okay, this is a little bit of a review. What love is. Love is the fuel, love is the substance, love is the movement. So just little reminders of the divine qualities. Truth. Truth is, oh, there we go. We're getting help from a little one. Truth is the divine knowing, what you may think of as supreme intelligence, wisdom, substance, inspiration, ideas, and love is the expression and how that is experienced. Oh, I'm getting some help here. Okay. This is going to be an interesting class. Yes, and we have to remember joy with Archangel Gabriel. Yes, okay, you got to be really careful now. Okay, do you want to go see mom? No. Okay, you got to sit still then. All right, so we're moving along here. There we are. This is the throat chakra. So there it is in the system, right at the throat. It's a very blue, and it's connected to sound and silence of the Divine Mother. There's the law of karmic dispensation in the 10th dimension, and we'll get into the 10th in a minute. So also good to know that this chakra is connected to the thyroid, the lungs, the vocal cords, the bronchial tubes, and our metabolism. So if you're struggling with any of these places in your body, organs, or systems, it's good to look at the throat chakra and the blessing and virtue connected, the attributes of the dimension, and also the law, because usually means that we need to work on whatever the information is connected to this chakra. So Albert Einstein, when we're going to get into this in a little bit later in this slideshow, but he says the 10th dimension is the ability to fully participate uniquely with no sense of ego self. So that is the goal here, to really love the ego so much that it comes into alignment. Okay. All right. So I'll move along here, and we're going to get into the definition of the blessing and virtue of hope. This is given to us by the Council of Love through Linda Dillon, who's a channel in Florida. And I'm going to expand each of these sentences so that we really anchor them in, because it's brilliant information. So hope is the gift of heart knowing of the presence of God, the ability to understand that very often things on earth are not as they appear. Okay, you get down and get the baby. It's an ability to pierce the illusion of the veil, the only reason for change. Hope encompasses serenity, total and perfect calm, to be in the world but not of it, to be able to remain centered and still, one with who you are, regardless of externals. And hope is the color of deep twilight blue, almost navy. It is the deepest color of blue, the color of our beloved Divine Mother Mary. So now what I did with this, because that's a lot of information, I actually put I am in front of each of them. And then we're going to even expand them even more. But when you say, I am hope, the gift of heart knowing of the presence of God, it brings it to a whole nother level. And I can send this out by email as well. But
Okay.
Yes,
yeah,
please.
Okay, yeah.
because once you start saying them and really anchoring them in, it really is amazing. So when you say, I am the ability to understand that very often things on earth are not as they appear, then it anchors it in. So we just stand back and become a better observer. I am the ability to pierce the illusion of the veil. That's dropping all the old belief systems. That's coming into perfect alignment. And that's really being loving the ego as well. I am the only reason for change. Oh my gosh.
I am the only reason for change.
Yeah, that's how the world changes when we change.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. I am serenity, total and perfect calm. Can you imagine if we were saying that? I was saying that on the way home. And I was in all this traffic and about home, and it was incredible. All of a sudden I started seeing all the cars. We are one, basically. It was wonderful. I am in the world, but not of it. I am able to remain centered and still, one with who I am, regardless of external.
Yeah.
With who I am, regardless of externals.
Yeah,
Hope.
I am
The
hope, color of
color of divine Mother Mary.
And can't hear Kathleen. But put yourself on mute, perhaps, eh?
Okay, we were repeating what was going.
Got it.
Oh, good. So I'm going to expand them even more so you can see this. So here's the first one. I am hope, the gift of heart knowing of the presence of God. So then you really become one with nature too. Because then every time you look at the sun, you're just going to realize, oh, there's the Father energy, or feel the water, or see the rain, or breathe. Because remember, and I'm just going to bring this back for a second, but the lungs, we exhale about a tablespoon of water per hour from our lungs. So we're really connected to the mother energy. That's the water. So here's the water. I am hope. And it's the deep blue of the ocean and the water energy. And just know that you're breathing at every breath. We're connected to the mother. So this is the gift of the heart knowing of the presence of God. And nature, because God's source is really that emerald green of love. Anything green in nature, from palm trees to plants to whatever. I mean, just that you're just connecting with that 13th octave, which is love. So that's that one. That was amazing to repeat. I am hope, the gift of heart knowing of the presence of God. And then I am the ability to understand that very often things on earth are not as they appear. So that's like when we've got several wars that are happening now around the world. There's often so many reasons why these wars have started. It's usually ancient energy that's come to the surface to be let go. So our job really is not to take sides, but to stand back and be the observer. And see, I am the ability to pierce the illusion of the veil. So then you're piercing it, you're looking through it, and you're seeing reasons why things are the way they are. And for better understanding, for better ability to observe again. And there's I am the only reason for change. So the change starts within each of us so that the whole outer reality changes. If the change starts with us within, basically. Okay. And then here's the I am serenity, total and perfect calm. I am in the world, but not of it. I am able to remain centered and still one with who I am, regardless of externals. And then I am hope, the color of our Divine Mother Mary. So that connects us right to the water, the blue of serenity. Serenity, this blessing is serenity is blue, calm is blue, peace is blue, trust and faith is blue. So it's just remembering that we're evening out the water energy. And what Ashira told me, the commander of UFOG, the United Forces of the Outer Galaxies, he said that once we're at that real flat line inside of ourselves of vibration, that's actual peace and serenity. And from there, that just goes into the collective. The choppiness of the old belief systems, hatred and anger and sorrow and shame and anxiety is very choppy, but peace and serenity, hope, trust, faith, they're very smooth energy. Okay. So, and this is just a quick little overview of the law. I'm just going to give one little explanation of it because we're not going to go into it. We're going to go more into hope for this slideshow. But the universal law of karmic dispensation helps us understand that the mother forgives absolutely everything. But we have to request the forgiveness, but we'll go into that. Don't worry about that right now. We too can be that constant state of forgiveness, be as forgiving as she is, as non-judgmental, etherically and or in person. So again, that's peace. That's that real flat, calm ocean, sort of like what's up here. It's a pretty calm ocean here. And knowing how things work in the higher realms, we create our new way of being called Nova being and Nova Earth. So but it starts with us. The change begins with us. And this law is a gift of new beginning. So that's just a quick little overview. And I just wanted to go back into this one. I am the only reason for change. That's such a great statement. Okay. So this is some information about the throat chakra. And don't forget, if you have any questions, jump in or put your hand up. It's fine. Our throat chakra, the cobalt blue, the blue of Archangel Michael. So it's the same color as Archangel Michael travels on, this blue, this cobalt blue of the cloak of the Universal Mother, the big blue sky of Arizona, the deep blue of the Atlantic Ocean, the soft blue of the Caribbean. So this chakra is actually a couple of different colors. It's that lighter turquoisey blue, it's the deep blue, and it's the cobalt blue. And you can see this is the darker piece of the chakra, and there's the lighter piece. And then I put some of the turquoise around the outside. It was just kind of what I came to, but it could be all more melded. But just know it's the shades of blue. So our throat chakra is our center for change. It's time to welcome the change. This is our center for communication and our communication of hope, of peace, of trust and faith. Feel these divine qualities deep within this chakra as they communicate to the rest of your body, your field, and out into your planet. So this blue of hope and peace and trust and faith, it's very calming, think serenity, and it's very healing. So this blue is a beautiful color to be breathing and sitting in and just allowing it to permeate throughout your whole system. And really out into your field as well, because you want this outer field, which is the causal field, which is connected to all our past lives, this past life and all our past lives, to really come to peace. And in that is great healing when we're at peace with everything. Yes, Darren.
Okay, it says here it's a center for change and communication. So would that mean you change through communication then?
Yes, absolutely. We want to change how we're thinking inside to bring it into alignment with the heart. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so the problem with our mind is one side is more masculine, one's more feminine. So the right side is the more feminine, connected to the mother energy, and the left side is more masculine, connected to the father energy. And sometimes if we've witnessed dissonance when we're growing up, it's very hard for us to be at peace within the mind, within the body. So you're absolutely right, Darren. Communication within, between the two hemispheres of the brain. And that is how we operate without ego self that Albert Einstein was talking about. So when we're really loving the ego, which tends to want to protect us when we go into fear, but fear is an illusion. So we want to pierce through that fear so that the communication between the two hemispheres of the brain is loving. So there's no power over system inside. It's at peace. And then the body comes to peace. So yes, communication of peace, of hope, of faith, of trust within. So here, hope, peace, trust, and faith, really it starts within. So once we're in that sense of serenity and calm inside, it heals the body because we're in a state of forgiveness of the past, out of all resentment for what we've witnessed or to people or whatever the situation is. We're at peace with it. That's really healing. So yes, it's communication to the self. And that's why they're saying feel these divine qualities as they communicate to the rest of your body, your field, and out into the planet. But it starts with the body. It starts, and then it goes, and then it goes out, because it's originating in the mind. And also another thing to realize is that our guides are always helping us drive up the old belief systems so they can exacerbate it so that you really feel it, so that you can let it go. You can become very aware of it and let it go. It's the awareness that sets us free. So once you can say, oh, that's that. Oh, bless that. Let's let it go. Thank you. Thank your guides for driving it up or helping you drive it up. You know, when we get triggered, triggers are a gift. We want to jump on them and recognize them and bless them and let them go. And there's layers to them. So if it feels like the work is never ending, it's just that we're getting deeper into the real gunk now. Hence the reason why there's like 3 major wars on the planet right now, because there's so many people meditating and it's driving it up. So we're seeing it in the without, to be let go so that we can get to peace. So, and it's saying, feel that sense of purity, charity, selflessness, and generosity, because these are the qualities of the 10th dimension of beauty. And beauty is all about harmonizing the good, the bad, and the ugly. And it starts within, and then it extends out to everyone we know. So that's the purity, loving everyone who we perceive as our opponents, everyone and anyone we perceive as our opponents. It does not have to be done in physicality. It can be done etherically, just changing yourself to blessing everyone, you know, remembering your angelic self who just blesses everything. And so charity, which is connected to the law of give and receive, and generosity in balance, purity to the selflessness, and beauty, which is being in harmony. So the information from the 10th dimension with Albert Einstein correlates exactly to what the mother's saying about hope, and also to the law of karmic dispensation. Okay, so here I just did some blue for us to breathe in. So the 10th dimension of beauty, feel that sense of purity, just loving everyone, feel your angelic self, breathe this blue. inside, feel yourself just absolutely adoring yourself and sending it out and being in the charity, being very charitable with yourself, not judging yourself, the selflessness and generosity. So great generosity to yourself for the courage that it takes to be here on planet right now, doing the work of balancing the within and sending it out. So it's always the balance. As you do the work within, it goes out. More deeper and deeper within, deeper and deeper into the collective it can go. And it's communication of hope, of peace, trust, and faith. Allow this dome of blue to contain you and fill you. So I was trying to make a dome and showing you how the colors. Okay. So, and I didn't want you to forget about Archangel Michael and his blue flame and how he wanted us to sit in the blue flame and ask, what is the expression of my infinite potential today? So now this was connected to the Lurion chakra, the clavicle, right beneath the throat. But it pertains to this one too, because Michael is very connected to the throat chakra. Michael's all about communication and blue. He loves blue and peace. So this was the exercise to allow the blue flame to expand and consume me. So think blue, become like a sponge, allowing my infinite potential and the energy of source to fill me. So it's a good one not to forget about. And then asking, what is the expression of my infinite potential today? So that could be a daily exercise, and then listening and then doing what he says. It's very simple. It's always really simple what he asks us to do. So if it comes in complicated, just ask for clarity. And clarity is another quality that's blue. So when you're working with the blue, the clarity naturally comes in, the peace naturally comes in. We fill with hope and faith and trust. So it's a really, really beautiful color to be working with. Okay, so this is, again, this is the mother, and she's talking about hope being the knowingness, or no, this is, I don't know what this is. I think this is hope. It is the knowingness, the state of being in perfect beauty, of knowing the beauty of all things, of all existence, of all life, of all kingdoms, of knowing and having that sense of profound beauty and fullness, whether it is a grain of sand or an entire galaxy. So yes, this is an attribute of hope as well. So it's just understanding the beauty of all things, and the throat chakra. I think this is an expansion of the information about the throat chakra, actually. Okay, so harmony, beauty is always harmony, and just having that fullness. And so when you're working with this energy of the throat chakra, it's just all this beautiful understandings that are embedded in it. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, and it is the dimension where you recognize the beauty of your sacred self, that you are a reflection of all, birthed from the heart of the mother, with her beauty of soul, of mind, and a body, beauty of emotion, and the ability to create that reflection of divine beauty. But I think I might have missed a slide here. Hang on. Let's see. No. Okay. Oh, this is, yeah, okay, so this is just expansion of the throat chakra. Yeah, the information of the throat chakra. Sorry, I didn't make this very clear, but yeah. Okay, so we're here to create. We are creator beings, and we want to be creating that reflection of divine beauty where we're in harmony with everything. So no matter what projects we're working on, we want to be focusing on that harmony, and that's a 10th dimensional attribute, so connected to the throat. And if you're wondering why, and you can see where I've got beauty, it's silver and the magenta color, silver and magenta. So beauty, which we're going to be studying after hope, it is 2 colors. So I just wanted to let you know why, because the silver is actually truth, and the magenta is wisdom and beauty. So wisdom is the ability to hold the self in great reverence. And beauty is being in harmony with the self, all that is, everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So it's mastery, actually. This magenta color, and that's why I do this being always, that's connected to the source and connected to the center of the planet. I do it in this magenta color because that's us mastering ourselves, like the ascended masters that we all are. So, and this is why we're here on the planet, to really anchor in these higher dimensional ways. Okay, and this is just a reminder, we are creator beings. So we want to be working on harmonizing the energies within ourselves. That's the most important task right now, coming to a place of peace inside. Because when we harmonize within, as within, so without. So the work really is within the self to create the external reality, that what the reason why we're here, to create that peace on earth. So this is just a reminder, we're here as creator beings, we can do this. And we're well on the way to become that peace within. There's so many people meditating now and curious about how things work from within. Okay, so we are that ability to create that reflection of divine beauty. So we want all these fields to come into alignment with peace and hope and trust and faith and all those beautiful qualities, so that we align, and it's a joy to be alive. We want to be in that joy place. Okay, so now here's Albert Einstein talking about the 10th dimension. The 10th dimension contains the growth patterns of beauty, purity, and charity. It is the patterning and state of being in complete willingness to share and participate in and throughout the universe. It is the growth of selflessness and generosity. And so this was, again, what was just mentioned. It is the sense and patterning of understanding, knowing, and creating beauty from the purity of heart, soul, being. It is the commitment to be only a reflection of love. So again, exactly what the throat chakra information was saying, and now Albert's repeating it. And he says also, this is a magnificent dimension that few upon earth achieve, but which is completely available to each of you to experience. So he's saying it's difficult to do this, but it's available to us. So it's good to practice. It is so far beyond what you conceive of in terms of tangible human creation, and yet is part of the pattern of each and every plant, animal, tree, rock, stream, and molecule of air on your planet. It is part of the essence of Gaia. So all we need to do is look to nature. Nature is being this 10th dimensional way of being. So if they can do it, we can do it. It is the ability to fully participate uniquely with no sense of ego self. So, and Nakamura said that the best thing to do with the ego is to love it, so that it relaxes. So anytime the old fear or guilt or shame or anxiety comes up, the best thing to do is just, you get curious instead of furious. Really just relax into it, ask it what it's connected to. Once you get the awareness, just love yourself for the courage it takes to do this work, and keep loving it until we're more and more and more at peace with them. In many ways, this dimension embodies the quality of divine creation. This is the dimension where angels play. So, and it's very, very connected to Archangel Michael and Universal Mother Mary, the Divine Mother, all the many, many faces of the Mother energy. So this is the throat chakra. It's blue and it's connected to the sounds that we create with the voice, but it's also connected to the stillness of serenity. I think it's knowing when to speak and when not to speak, when to listen, which is a really important attribute as well. Steve knows all about listening. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So there we are. So this is just a reminder, the blue is all around us. It's in every breath. So this chakra very much connected to Michael and Mother Mary. And it's this dimension is where the angels play. So just remember that we are all angelic. We were birthed angelic. And we're remembering our angelic selves. Everyone has an angelic self. And what I find is the more I'm able to bless everything, I think that is the angelic self coming more and more online, closer, in that you can just stand back and bless the wars. You can bless situations. Every time you pass an accident on the road, you just bless the beings. Trying to think what else. Anything that comes up, the more we're in a state of blessing it, it's connected to the throat chakra, the 10th dimension, to hope, to remembering who we truly are. Yes. Was that somebody have a question?
Yeah.
Right.
Can you talk about the difference or the importance of blessing versus forgiveness? Is it part of the same thing, or how do you connect the two?
Well, forgiveness is more, really working hard at apologies and being in the state of forgiveness. Where
Uh-huh.
the way I look at blessing is it's more actually gratitude, being in gratitude.
Okay.
So when you're in gratitude, it's easy to send that gratitude out to the people that are struggling so that they remember themselves. So say you pass an accident on the road, like I wouldn't go immediately to a state of forgiveness, but I would bless them. I would send them love. I would send them um um mm, you're not really being grateful.
Comfort.
What's that?
Comfort.
Comfort. Yeah. Yeah, you're sending comfort.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good word to use, really.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But you see, as you send comfort to them, it's actually coming back to you.
Right.
It's like an infinity. So the more you're blessing and being in gratitude for everything, it comes back so you're deeper in gratitude to yourself. Because our lack of self-worth is a big issue on the planet. And it's connected to us not being really, truly grateful to ourselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Darren.
Now, when we do that blessing, do you think it's more powerful if we say it out loud?
It doesn't have to be, because telepathy isn't English. So you can send it telepathically. But you can use the sound of your throat, the sound of the mother. Yes, it's very powerful. But I don't think it matters.
I don't know. I understand it is more powerful if you speak it out loud, if you use your voice. I'm not really sure of that right now.
Well, Archangel Michael doesn't really use his voice. Well, he does when he's channeling, but not like telepathy isn't It's not necessarily a sound, I don't think.
No, it's not.
Mhm. So, and telepathy is very powerful. So I think
Well,
it's your intention.
yeah, intention's important for sure, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So are you saying, say you pass an accident on the road, you're driving, and usually what I do is I just send love to the people. Like I just automatically just send love and blessings and comfort. Like that's a really good word. But I don't necessarily say it out loud.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm just wondering if it would be better to do it that way, that's all.
No, there's no harm. No harm in saying it out loud. Mhm. Okay. So here's the chart of the frequencies that we were looking at. And what I put was, this is the 10th dimensional, the ability to fully participate uniquely with no sense of ego self. That is also no judgment of self or others. So that's connected to compassion. And so the 700 hertz frequency, enlightenment, love, compassion, it's really connected to us not judging each other as well. We're really good at judging ourselves. So that really high frequency is connected to that no judgment too. Ken.
So we can use the root chakra and the heart chakra to create compassion, right?
That's right. Yes. Yes, because compassion spins at the base of the spine, it spins in the heart, and it also spins up in the purple of mastery, the magenta of mastery. So yes, that's right. That's what makes compassion so powerful, because it's really connected to the top and the bottom and the middle of the chakra system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
you.
and I personally, I don't know how they came to all these, but I mean, it's a nice little reminder that this is all fading. The old energy is fading because it's a low frequency, and we're really focusing up high, up here in the joy, the peace, the love. You know, it's and I've written here, ego is love, loved, and lovable. So when we're really, really, really deeply loving ourselves, that the ego just folds into your personality and becomes a helpful part. We're not eliminating the ego. It's just becoming more loving. That's all. Okay. And then this is a good mantra. This one's a really good one. I am love. I am loved. I am lovable. That one's a great one to say, just to fall into if you feel yourself out of in a bit of disarray. Okay. Oh yeah, and Archangel Raphael, there is no difference between healing and creation. Hence, I've got the green heart and the golden heart. So healing, love, and creation connected to all that golden energy, the laws, the framework of the laws, the joy, the gratitude, our self-worth, the fuel, like the sunlight, all that golden energy. There's not a lot of difference between the green and the gold. Yes, Ken.
I'm wondering, I don't know, this is more personal than for anybody else, but I'm wondering if what we're talking about gets integrated at night.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. And you notice that I repeat a lot. So it's because there's so much beautiful information. It's hard to take it all in. So the more I kind of bring it back, it just becomes natural. We just start waking up in love, in joy, in peace, because it's who we are. And the old just fades away. Those old belief systems disappear because we're so focused on how things work. And yeah, integration. When we go to sleep at night, we do not stay in the body. with the body. We are up and out. We're playing with our guides. We're with Michael and Rafi and Gabrielle. We're working on projects. They say we're way busier when we're sleeping than when we are in everyday life. So just know, you're playing higher dimensionally, and it's got to just sink into the body. So if you really, really know that, then you will pierce the illusion of the veil, because you'll realize it's just us caught in an old pattern that's not real. So the more we understand these teachings from the higher realms, it's just a natural, the old will fade away. So yeah, it's the gift of heart, knowing of the presence of God, the ability to understand that very often things on earth are not as they appear, an ability to pierce the illusion of the veil, the only reason for change, serenity, total and perfect calm, to be in the world but not of it, to be able to remain centered and still, one with who you are, regardless of externals. And then the color blue. So anytime you look up at the night sky, just realize you are so loved. That blue, it's all about hope, but it's about peace and trust and faith. And oh my goodness, just think of the Divine Mother. That's her ray and how much she loves you. And there's that serenity. And see how calm the ocean is. It's so calm. Oh yeah, but the deep, deep blues are connected to the Mother. Mother Mary Hope. Look at all those stars. Okay. So I'm just going to go over the meditation a little bit because I added more color to it. So let's begin by anchoring in our heart deeper and deeper, and take a nice deep breath of that blue of the Atlantic Ocean. And when you're out very deep and the Pacific Ocean and the blue, the color of delphiniums and Siberian iris, look at how beautiful that blue is, that deep twilight blue. Feel yourself begin to drift across that twilight blue sky. So just imagine yourself drifting in the blue sky, letting go of earth, letting go of concerns, responsibilities, and just allowing yourself to be. Breathe blue and bring yourself deeper and allow yourself to float. As you float above earth, across that magnificent twilight sky, across the sparkling stars with the beginning of the Milky Way, feel that energy of the Universal Mother, of the Divine Mother, of that Mother that has birthed us, created us, loved and nurtured us forever. And feel that blue velvet simply wrap around you as you feel safe and secure in your ability to go further than ever, into peace, basically, into your serenity. So every time you look up at the night sky, think of that serenity and that peace that's within you. We want to anchor that into the physical form. That blue, anything that's blue is serenity, is calm, is peace, is hope, is trust, is faith. It's so beautiful. Let go and simply be and feel that love, the love of the Mother that has trusted you and had such faith in you to go off and have your adventure, and yet always continue to love and support you no matter what. Or no matter what the externals and the struggles that we have created or that have been created around us, no matter what it looks like, she's there. Breathe deeper into your heart. Allow our Universal Mother to reconnect and support and fill us with hope, with that knowing that we are one. So that's what I was seeing when I was driving home, that we are one, like all the cars were streaming together. We are one. It was so amazing. So yeah, anytime you see anything blue or you're in this flow, it becomes very peaceful and serene, like everything is in divine order. And we're all here together to do this, to bring the planet into alignment. And this reminded me of the universal law of change. And the mother gave us a list about relationship, financial security, adventure, and meaningful work. So we've been on this amazing, incredible journey on Earth to create Earth as one, and as within, so without. So when the relationship piece is connected to the two hemispheres of the brain becoming as one, each side loving the other, so there's no dissonance within. From there, it's easy to create financial security because there's no struggle within, so then there's no struggle without. But the pieces to get us into the hope and the faith and the trust within. Trusting that we're in the flow, that creates the financial security. We're here on an adventure, embrace the adventure, and the meaningful work is a nice thing to have. So no matter where we are in our incredible adventure journey, the mother is with us. So there's just saying, breathe deeper and deeper into your heart. Allow our universal mother to reconnect and support and fill us with hope, with that knowing that we are one. So, and I've been putting palm trees everywhere. So I looked up the symbolism of the palm tree, and it's peace and eternal life. So no wonder I keep putting palm trees. Yeah. So then, looking out at nature, you know that you're always connected to the divine, to the sunlight, to the water, to nature. So just it's such a beautiful flow here, but it's just recognizing it every morning and getting more and more into that flow. So that's that hope again, and Mother Mary hope. And I think this is the end. Oh no, this is just a reminder. Graham talked about in this channeling, what did he say? Could you speak to the level of hope that you're seeing on the planet for what people are embodying right now, what's in people's hearts? And Mother Mary said, yes, increasingly minute to minute, second to second, millisecond to millisecond. So I'm not simply speaking of days or hours here. There is an increase in the level of hope. And hope is actually connected to stillness, the level of stillness that is being brought forward by each of you. Now, why do I emphasize the stillness? I tell you, because that is where the knowing is found. That is where the creation takes place. Many think that ascension, the coming to the new reality, is based in a flurry of activity. And she says, no, it's connected to the stillness. When you are going to the place of still point, when you are going to the full place of hope, you are allowing the changes to take place. You're allowing the fullness, not only of our being, but of your being to come to the forefront. That's remembering how angelic and divine everyone is for that shift, that quantum leap to be completed. So it's found within in the stillness. And that's why in most meditations, we go through the heart into the golden temple and behind. And that is our self-worth. And in our self-worth is a stillness and a remembrance of who we truly are. So ascension, stillness, where the knowing is found. Not that does not mean that you're not aware of what's going on upon the planet. So it's good to keep an eye on what's going on. But again, standing back and observing, not attaching to either side. Because when we find ourselves attaching to one vision or another, it usually means that we're still in a little bit of dissonance within the mind. So the ability to stand back and just observe is really key. You care intensely, but what you are realizing is that in order to accomplish what you truly desire, what is the core of your being, that less is required. So it's a more of a peaceful state of being within. So it's not more, it's less. Less movement, less activity, more simply being. Because it is in that you allow yourself to proceed. It is allowing yourself to anchor and expand, anchor and expand. So go into the stillness and more clarity comes. Into the stillness and more clarity. Yes, Ken.
Well, I think the important thing that I'm getting out of what you just said is simplicity.
Yes, exactly. Oh my gosh, it gets so simple. And it's fun. You find that in the stillness when the mind is quiet and we're more focused in the heart consciousness. So it may feel like we're working. She said you are working flat out 24/7. There's a level of exhaustion that many of you are feeling because the human body and the human being simply has not been used to holding as much energy as we're holding. So if you're feeling tired, don't worry about it. Just be with the tiredness and just know that we are learning to hold the stillness, basically, which is, it's really big energy because we're just not used to it. So just allow the tiredness and take yourself and sit with the mother as much as you can. And even you might find that floaty feeling happens where you just float up and it's really beautiful. So you can, that floaty up feeling is a place of expansion. Being inside in the stillness is expansion, but it's really, really coming to know who you truly are from within. And Ken is right. It's that simplicity, the simplicity of being. And so when you look at nature, it's very complex, but very simple as well. That's why being out in nature is a lovely thing to do as well. Okay. And I think that's the end of it. Yes, that's the end of it. All right. Okay, let's see. How much time did we use? Oh, yeah. Okay, that's perfect. All right. So it's just that sense of the blue and the stillness and the peace, the serenity that hope is very much connected to. And we'll go deeper into the information of hope and on Wednesday as well. But I really wanted to just get us to anchor this blue and work with the blue and feel yourself breathing this blue. So what I'm thinking for right now, as we do our 10 minutes of sending, is just to sit in the blue and send it out to the planet as well, or just sit in it. Don't even focus on sending it out. It will automatically happen. Our guides will do that for us. Just to breathe the blue and be with that beautiful serenity that's within you. And it will naturally expand out. So, everybody okay with that? Doing our 10 minutes of sitting, sending, however that works? Okay. So let me just set the timer. Okay. There we go. So Rebecca, you're understanding what we're doing here? Did you watch?
Yes.
Okay, good. Awesome. So we just sit quietly. We can put ourselves on mute. And I've got the timer set. And when it goes, I will let us all know. Okay, so happy sitting and sending. Okay. That's the 10 minutes. That was a good one. Wow. So I was breathing blue and up came all these things about not being approved of. I got to let that go, and then like my guides were like really insistent. I was like, oh, okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then it was like so big energy. So if it drives something up, breathing that blue, run with it. It's a good thing. Yes. Yeah, Ken, did you have something to say?
Yeah, while I was going through this, I realized that the blue, as a result of sitting in the blue, we get understanding and wisdom.
Mhm. Yep. It's full of stuff. Mhm.
You
Beautiful. Good work. Yes. Yes, Lillian.
Can I give you a different perspective about the words faith and hope?
Yes.
I have two older sisters.
Mm.
One is named Hope and one is named Faith.
And you're Lillian.
Yeah, well, that's beside the point.
Well, connected to Lily, which is connected to Archangel Gabriel.
Ah, okay. But anyway, whenever I tried to meditate on hope or faith or anything like that, it's very difficult for me to separate out
Yes,
the words and my sisters,
absolutely.
which I find fascinating. So I think that that's one of the things that I'm working on,
Nice.
trying to figure that out. So I
Yeah.
think maybe words have, I think many people have kind of, well, how do I do that? How do I say this? Words have connotations or expectations, or many words have, people have attachments to different words
Absolutely.
that are very difficult for many people to pull back from.
Mhm.
Like I can't pull back from those words, faith and hope,
Mhm.
because I have attachments to them. And
Good
many people
memories.
have other attachments to other words.
Yes, absolutely. And they're mostly good memories. So when would you say?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
most of them.
yeah, yeah. So in a way, it's divine, in a sense, because it's your family.
Mm,
Not
some
necessarily.
better attachments to hope than there are to faith, but that's beside the point.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. That's so interesting. That's good you brought that up. Thank you. Mhm. Okay. Anybody else want to share what their breathing blue was like? What was it like for you, Steve?
Darcy's mother, Lynette, is transitioning tonight.
Oh,
She's
she is.
not expected to live till morning. So
Oh,
I spent the meditation escorting her to the other side.
oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Is it natural? She's not doing yeah. Okay.
It's natural.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, we can add sending our blessings as well.
That's
Mm.
what-
Yeah. Okay. And to Darcy too. Mm-hmm. Is Darcy with her right now? Okay. Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Mm.
And Rebecca, did you want to share at all?
It was great. I appreciate being here and meeting everyone, and I'm still learning.
No, we all are. We all are. Join the pilgrims here. Yeah, no, we're really happy you came. And I hope you
Thank-
come back because it's
Oh,
wonderful
yeah.
to have you here. Mhm.
Yeah, thank you.
If ever it's too complicating, just ask questions. I try to make it as simple as possible, but you know.
Mhm. Yeah,
The-
no, you
the-
did great.
Okay, good. Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay, good. And Darren, did you want to share?
Yeah, I had a beautiful meditation. I just got into that deep blue energy of the mother and just floated around in it. That's all I did.
Mhm.
Had
That's
fun.
that's it. That's what the blue is actually. It's floaty. It's beautiful. Yeah. And can you feel the energy going out to the collective, or you were just floating?
I was just floating. I
Nice.
didn't bother doing anything. I just floated.
Yeah. Good. Okay, beautiful. All right. So, we'll be back again on Monday for the meditation, and then again Wednesday and Friday for the classes. So I thank you very much, each of you, for being here, and I'm going to end the recording right now.
Mm.
Oh, I've lost the recording. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. All these buttons on the bottom.